Hey there, I'm Andy.
I'm Mindy.
And we are
Pivotal Awakening.
So we're so happy today. We're at the studio. We're heading in to do final editing and mixing and mastering of our very first single, which is
Soul Blind.
Yes, a very cool song. So we're going to give you a guided tour as we head in so you can see what this place looks like, where we've been doing all this work for the last couple of months. And we'll take you in and get going. All right, so we're inside. We are at our producer Marshall's house, and we're down in the Fenton area in the middle of nowhere. Very rural, very peaceful setting. And this is the drum room, also known as Marshall's living room, and it's set up right now for recording. You see all the microphones, and then these are connected by these wires. They go over here into the wall, and then they feed downstairs into the recording room. So when we're actually recording drums, Marshall has a video camera up here so he can see the drummer, and then there's a way for them to talk to each other back and forth. And because this is such a cool rural setting, we do get some unexpected guests sometimes. We've seen flocks of wild turkeys right outside Marshall's windows. And then most recently, groups of deer, sometimes 10 to 12 of them, bouncing around outside and looking at us as we're moving around. So very cool, very peaceful place. All right, we're going to head downstairs.
We're getting ready. No, Andy wants me to think about what I'm going to tell you before I start talking because he doesn't want me to mess this up. We're going to go downstairs where the magic happens.
All right.
Come on, Andy.
Off we go.
You have your slippers on?
I do.
Awesome.
You got to have studio slippers.
We love our slippers.
All right, here we are downstairs in the studio. It is a very cool place, very relaxing and very fun. So we're going to take a little step inside, and if you look over here, we've got a little bit of area for people to hang out, and we quite often have guests. Mindy's had her husband down here, her dad down here.
All of my children.
All of your children came down and actually hung out with her in the vocal booth, which is pretty cool. We got a nice picture of that. We've had a couple of church friends come down here to see and hear what we're doing, and then quite often Angel, our backup and harmony singer, she'll bring her mother and she hangs out over there and listens to the project. So next thing we want to show you is the piano, and Mindy's going to tell you a little bit about that.
Yeah, so this is where Pat Cronley, our featured piano player, does his magic, and we are always just blown away at what he can bring to our songs. He just brings them to the next level.
Absolutely. He is fascinating to watch, and at a future date we'll make a little video and talk especially about him and how cool it is to watch him work. And then the other thing we wanted to show you is right next to that. This is called a patch bay, and this is where a lot of the sounds for the keyboard come from, and this is also where our guitarists plug in when they're using electric guitar. So they would be sitting over here with headphones on, playing their parts, and anytime they're playing acoustic guitar, that's done in the vocal booth where Mindy does all her singing. And then one other tidbit we wanted to show you that is really cool is if you see the picture right back here behind us, that guitarist right there is our producer Marshall, and that is him playing with his band at Pine Knob somewhere around 1969 or 1970, he tells us. So just to give you an idea of how long Marshall has been in and around this business and being a part of it from both the playing and production standpoint. So he's got a lot to share, and every one of these sessions is not just a recording session, but also learning a lot about music and how it all works together, and it's really super fun. This is the command center, so sometimes we call this the Starship Enterprise. And you can see Marshall over there getting ready to work on some tracks. All those little things on the computer that you can see are all the various parts that we've recorded. And then just all these things up here are various effects and processing and amplifiers and compressors and all kinds of things that I know nothing about, so I'm not going to talk any more about that. And then right there is where Mindy and I are sitting all day long, and down here is where we actually record everything except the drums. So everything other than the drums we're doing down here, sitting next to one another, talking to one another, laughing, having a good time. So with that, let's take a look in the torture chamber, and Mindy will show you that.
This is my favorite place. Marshall says, "Stand up for Jesus."
Yes.
Which the mic is about right for me now.
There you go.
I guess I'm not the shortest person in the world.
No, you're not.
So this is the padded room, which is appropriate because it can drive you to that point.
A little bit.
A little bit.
Yep.
Yeah, but it's fun.
And then you can see us out your window, can't you?
I can see out the window, and I'm always looking for Andy for timing because he's really good at timing.
Yeah, I'm the human metronome, I think is what somebody called me at one point. So anyway, we work in here. Sometimes it's just Mindy on her own. We've also recorded chimes in here, and then sometimes when we're first learning a song, it'll actually be me and Mindy standing here together singing together, and she will listen to me giving her the guide vocal picking up the melody and the timing, and then she will eventually take that over, and my little part will fade away and become something that's never heard again, which is a good thing. But that's how we build it, a little bit at a time. So. Right, and one other thing in the studio to show you is this is called Marshall's Wall of Fame, and these are a lot of the artists, but not all of them, that have worked down here with Marshall. So when I recorded here in 2001, 2002, we put our band name on a sticker, and it's up there somewhere. But what we wanted to show you is our band. We have been added, and here comes the Vanna White Hands. There you are. And we have joined the likes of Mark Farner, who you may remember from Grand Funk Railroad, a very famous Flint area band. So there we are. We are official on Marshall's Wall of Fame. All right, talk to you soon.